I write these little stories, and I brought two, so you get to pick if you want the green story or the yellow story.
What, no red story?
This is like the Matrix.
Rainbow stories.
Rainbow stories? Okay.
I think you should read the yellow story into your left mic, and you should read the green one.
At the same time. Okay, this is the yellow story. This one is called The Girl in the Storm. There once was a girl who was lost in a storm. She wandered this way and that, trying to find a way home. But the sky was too dark and the rain too fierce. All the girl did was go in circles. Then, suddenly, there were arms around her. Strong arms, good strong arms. And they picked the girl up and carried her away. When she woke, she was lying in bed. There was a warm bed, very warm, by a roaring fire. The blankets were soft and she was dry. She looked around the room. There were paintings on the walls. There was a hot cup of tea on the nightstand. "Hello," called the girl. "Hello, hello." A young man appeared in the doorway. He looked down at the girl with a kind, quiet smile. "Feel better?" he said, and she did. The girl stayed with the man for quite a long time, until she had all her strength back. "I guess it's time for me to go home," she said, and she started to gather her clothes. But when she got to the door, she saw the rain was still falling. If anything, it was falling even harder. So she took off her clothes again and went back to bed and lay in the man's arms a little longer. This went on for many, many years, and eventually the girl grew very old. And then one day she discovered on the wall by the door the switch that turned the rain on and off. She stood there staring at the beautiful day outside and then down at the simple little switch. She listened as the birds flew by the window singing, and she turned and went back to bed. In the night that night, the man woke up. "Did the rain stop?" he said. "I dreamt it did." And the girl put her arms around the man and held him tight. "It may have," she said, "but it's all right."
One more.
I really have to switch to the other microphone.
Will you please?
All right, this one's a little longer. It's about a tree. It's called The Tree. Very easy. A tree stands in the forest. It stands there for many years, watching animals go by, watching people go by, watching birds go by, watching clouds go by. It stands there and stands there and stands there and stands there. And then one day it decides to move. "I'm going to walk," says the tree, and it does. It lifts its roots up out of the ground, and it shakes them off one by one and heads off across the countryside. At first the going is rather hard, but then the tree gets the hang of it. "What are you doing?" the other trees say. "I'm going to see the world," says the tree. The tree walks and walks for miles and miles. It sees many interesting things: a well, a bucket, an old barn, a rusted sign. It finds a road and follows it a great distance. Finally, the tree comes up over a hill and sees a town spread out before it. "A town," thinks the tree. "This must be a town," and it hurries down the road toward the buildings. When it gets to the town, the people come out to greet it. "A walking tree," they all say, "a walking tree." Everyone seems so excited to see it. The tree is very, very happy. "Hello, everybody," the tree says, and waves its limbs around. The people laugh and dance with it. "Let's have a celebration," they say. So the tree goes with the people down to the park that lies in the center of town, and everyone laughs and dances and sings and tells stories into the night. But when the tree awakens in the morning, it finds itself alone, and surrounding it is a tall iron fence. "What is this?" says the tree. It cranes over the top to get a better look. There is something on the front of the fence. The something is a metal block-lettered sign. "The Walking Tree," it says. The tree paces back and forth in the enclosure. It tries the iron fence, but it's too strong. "How did this happen?" the tree says aloud. There is no response. The tree doesn't know what to do. Every day people come and stare at it. It talks to them, asks them why it's been imprisoned, but no one pays any attention. "Look," all the people tell their children. "Look, it's the walking tree." And everyone acts like the tree's not even there, except as something to see. Finally, the tree just gives up. It goes to the center of the enclosure. It slides its roots down into the ground, and then it closes its eyes. And it sleeps, and it sleeps, and it sleeps, and it sleeps. And then it sleeps some more. The years go by. The fence starts to rust. Fewer people come by to see it. It's not walking, all the children say. It doesn't do it very often, say the parents. Eventually, the people in the town forget that the tree ever even could walk. The walking tree is just a name, they say. That's just what they call it. And finally, the people in the town stop coming to see the tree at all. It just sits there quietly by itself, surrounded by the tall iron fence. Even the sign that used to hang there that said the walking tree is gone. It rusted away and fell to the ground and was buried and has been long forgotten. And then, after many, many years, the mayor of the town makes a decision. That rusted old fence should be taken down, he says. It's unsightly and there for no reason. And so the fence is taken down and dragged away and destroyed, and only the tree stands in the park. And now the tree opens its eyes. Ah, says the tree, now's my chance. And it goes to take its roots out of the ground. But when it does, it suddenly finds it can't move them, can't budge them at all. What, says the tree, and pulls, but its roots won't move an inch. They've grown so deep they become entwined with the bedrock of the town's foundation. And that's when the tree suddenly looks around and sees that the town is gone. In fact, the land itself is gone. And then the tree looks down. There below, way, way, way below, the tree can see the town. It's so far down, it's just a spot. The tree, you see, has grown. The tree has matured and become muscular and strong. Its bark is thick and healthy. Its leaves are wide and thick and green. Its trunk towers into the sky. The tree has become magnificent, straight and proud and tall. Now it can't even see the town. That spot has been a rock after all.